Hey folks, Dr. Gerstmar from Aspire Natural Health. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I wanted to share with you today a story of getting dumped. I think we all have our getting dumped stories, but today specifically talking about a person I was working with and the lessons it helps us to understand. You ready for it? All right, this fantastic person came to work with us, been dealing with digestive and autoimmune issues for quite a long time, tried a number of different things, a number of different doctors and other practitioners, and over the years, some of the things had helped and some of it hadn't, and this person was really serious, or so they said at the time, about getting these issues taken care of. They understood that it needs to be a holistic process. If we really want significant results, it can't be piecemeal, doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, focusing on one single aspect of a person while ignoring the rest. It can't be silver bullets or, a 1 month, 30-day strategy. That's just not going to cut it when we're dealing with these more serious issues. So we had talked about it and agreed that we were going to work together for the next 6 to 12 months in a holistic, intensified fashion. We were going to make some serious progress. And so we got started. And quickly, a pattern emerged that I noticed that every single visit I had with this person, they would bring up a new diet. Now, this isn't common. It's really common for people to get fixated on food. After all, food is one of those big deals. When we're eating a diet that is right for us, that's nutritious and does not contain foods that cause problems for us, it helps us to feel fantastic, gives us the energy that we need, the nutrients that we need, and it is a big part of health and healing. When we're eating a poor diet, one that is not nutritious or one that's inflammatory or filled with foods that cause problems for us, it's next to impossible to feel well or to heal. So it is critical that we eat the proper diet for us. Now, I've talked a lot about this in the past, so we'll leave that there for the moment. But it's in this person's case, every single time that I had a visit with them, they would talk to me about a new diet. They'd say things like, well, you know what, I've been researching and I see this diet and I want to try this diet. And it would be like, okay, we can make that work. Let's put it into the plan and keep things moving. And then the next visit would be, well, no, I found another new diet and I decided to that one instead. And so about the fourth time that this happened, I sat down with this person and asked, can I give you a little bit of tough love? Now, tough love, as you know, is not something that comes naturally to me. I want to be supportive and helpful, and it's taken me a while to recognize the vital importance of tough love in a healing relationship, and relationships in general, but especially in a healing relationship. So I said to the person, we keep jumping back and forth on diet here. And it's important to recognize that there are two problems that we have here. One is over-focusing on diet. Like we said, diet is important, but there's a lot of other things that are also important. And we've seen that people who put an overemphasis on diet while neglecting to look at other areas of their life never make the progress that they're looking for. The second thing is we've got a serious case of shiny object syndrome here. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, look at that. Let me try this. Let me try that. So I strongly advise this person to focus on one single diet. Stop looking for the perfect diet, the magical diet that was going to take care of everything for them. And instead pick one that they felt comfortable with and that I felt comfortable was a good choice for them. Let's settle down and do that diet. Look, even if it's only 70 to 80% of the perfect diet, which of course doesn't exist, it's still good enough and we can move forward and make progress. I also asked them to take an internet fast, to stop reading and researching about health and self-improvement topics. And this is a challenge that I often give to people. Again, we want to be educated. We need to be educated, to understand what's going on in our bodies and in our lives. But once we cross a certain threshold, we find that we're no longer basically educating ourselves or getting that foundational, that basic information that we need to understand what's going on. Instead, we're often getting lost in the weeds or bogged down in information, or for person after person after person that I've talked to, just plain confused. Well, gosh, now this person says this, and this article says this, and this podcast says this. And you know what? That hour or two or four or a few days that I've spent, I now feel more confused and less certain than I did before. That's a sure sign we're in information overload. After all, it is critical to settle down to a reasonable course of action, give it a shot, and see what you notice. So I often challenge people to go on internet fast, to focus their time and attention instead on things like fiction books and hobbies and relationships instead of more internet research about what's going on. Once you've found a course of action, settle down, stick to it for a while, and see what kind of progress you're going to get out of it. The internet will always be there. More information will always be there. You can always go back and look later. Right now, how about we focus on just living life? So this person absorbed this information, and I knew one of two things was going to happen after this conversation. I'd be getting a breakup note soon. It's not you, it's me, right? And we'd no longer be working together, or we'd finally start making some progress. Either way, look, it's a good thing, because the point here is to make progress, to help this person with their digestive and autoimmune issues to live that bigger and better life. And just enabling this wheel spinning behavior was not going to get us there. So guess what happened? Yeah, I got dumped, right? Shortly thereafter, we heard that they were no longer going to continue working with us, and sadly, we parted ways. Now, I hope very, very much for this person they can still take that message to heart, settle down to a diet and a path that makes sense for them and helps them get results. What I fear, what I've seen many times in people, and just the wider world, people out there, as they continue searching for the magic bullet, the perfect regimen, the next shiny object out there. And we check back in 6 months, 12 months, a couple of years later, and guess what? Unfortunately, they're either pretty much exactly where they were, or in fact, things are even worse than when they started. So, lessons to be learned here. Tough love is necessary. Make sure that you are willing and able to accept tough love from the people in your lives that are advising you. You know, if you're asking for advice from someone, but you're not willing to take to heart the things that they tell you, especially the things that you don't want to hear. You know, often we want people to tell us what we want to hear. And the hallmark of a good coach, a good guide, a good mentor, a good helper in our lives is that they tell us the things we don't want to hear. You know, it's important that we get over that knee-jerk, reflexive, want to shut down. Like, no, you're wrong. I don't want to hear that. We've talked about this before, about what makes someone coachable. And one of the things is they're able to get over that defensiveness, and they're able to listen to the message. And even if they think it doesn't apply to them, they're able to take a second look and find out that usually, most of the time, those mentors, those helpers, those teachers, those guides are actually correct. After all, that's why we have them in our lives. All right. So listen, it's important. There are many lessons to take out of this story, and I hope you will take them and implement them into your life. The need to listen, the need for tough love, the need to set aside shiny object syndrome and settle down, the need often for an internet fast and to focus instead on those enriching positive things in our lives like relationships and hobbies and all that other good stuff. All right, so that is our focus today. Listen, if you're looking for a guide, if you're looking for someone to help you out, if you're looking for someone who is willing and able to give you tough love and to help guide you through the process of getting that bigger and better life, of dealing with digestive and autoimmune conditions, and what you need to do is I need you to reach out to us. Email us, send us a message, give us a phone call. The first step in the process is to have a chat. What we do is find out a little bit more about you, what's going on, what your goals are. We make sure that we are the right fit to work together. After all, we understand we are not the right fit for everyone. So we need to find out if we're the right fit, we're the people who can help you to transform your life, to be able to live that bigger and better life that you're looking for. Again, the first step, reach out to us. I need you to send us a message, give us a call, or drop us an email. We'll have a conversation. We'll set up a time to chat. We'll have a chat. We'll find out more about what's going on, find out if we're the right fit. If we are, we'll get started. We'll help you transform your life. If we're not, listen, that's okay. We'll do our best to refer you to someone who is a better fit for you, because our goal at Aspire Natural Health is to help people with digestive and autoimmune issues to live bigger and better lives. All right, folks, that's it for me today. That's how I got dumped. Here's to hoping you're having a fantastic day. Until next time, take care.